If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Modern dating is hard. What was once synonymous with courtship or the process of getting married has become a confusing and often frustrating gray area between your first date and a committed relationship that might not even happen. These situationships are more than just hooking up or friends with benefits, but they're certainly not fulfilling relationships and can often be very bad. So in this video, I'm going to share 7 signs that you're in a situationship and explain why they can be so terrible. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borello. Welcome to my channel. Let me start by explaining what a situationship is. I guess you could call it a pseudo relationship. I've even heard it described as an imaginary relationship. It's somewhere in the middle between friends with benefits and a committed relationship. You start seeing a person, you're going on dates, and you start doing things regularly. There's definitely a chemistry and attraction that leads to physical intimacy and sex. But there's no talk of commitment, no talk of relationship or exclusivity or of future goals. And this just continues, lasting for months and even years. Usually one person catches more feelings and wants things to progress into a full relationship. After all, maintaining the status quo won't magically turn your situationship into a relationship. At this point, they will initiate the talk or decide to move on. And what started out as lots of fun ends up in tears and heartache. Does this sound familiar? Chances are, if you've dated recently, you've been in this place and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you who are unsure of how to explain your unique friendship, here are some clues that you're in a situationship. Number 1, you have no words to define the relationship or no official title. You don't even know what to call them when confronted with having to introduce them to someone. You're not even sure if you can call him a friend. Or when someone asks you if he's your boyfriend, you respond with, "We're still just seeing each other," or "We're taking it one day at a time and going with the flow." One party eventually gets frustrated with the situation and asks, "Where's this going?" And then pretends to be on the same page regardless of the response. Number 2, you're dating someone that tells you from day one that he's not interested in any type of commitment. Still, you think about becoming more than whatever it is that you are, but you're too afraid to say anything about it. Then you rationalize to yourself that having something is better than nothing. Number 3, you avoid discussing the future. Not only do you two avoid a title, but you also avoid conversations that have to do with the future of your situationship. Number 4, texting is the primary form of communication, and even that's pretty casual. There's no regular good morning texts or text before bed. Most of your communication is non-emotional or just small talk until you make your next plan for hanging out. Even if you want to, you probably won't call them first, and chances are that you don't share too much of your day-to-day life with them. Even though you find yourself communicating daily, your friends and family will probably know much more about the real you, your real thoughts and feelings and situations than he does. Number 5, you have no pictures together. You haven't taken any pictures together or haven't posted anything to social media alluding to any sort of idea that you're in a pseudo relationship. Number 6, you aren't going on dates with anyone else. You're not seeing anyone else. It's as if pretending to be committed to someone, but you're really not. Because your relationship needs are being met by one person, you're not dating anyone else, even though there's nothing holding you back from doing so. The problem here is that you're emotionally unavailable and might just pass on the right person who is perfect for you. Number 7, you have sleepovers routinely. You don't just leave after sex, you actually spend the night and probably even have coffee and breakfast together in the morning. You might even have a toothbrush at their place. And number 8, you don't feel like you have a right to your feelings when your friend does something upsetting. It's one thing to be upset when your official partner has disappointed you, but when it's someone who won't even admit that you're dating, you question if you even have a right to feel this way. Look, it's okay to be in a situationship if that's what you want at the moment. Nothing is wrong with enjoying someone's company and taking things slowly until you want to give them more. Sometimes it's easier than a relationship because you aren't in a place in life where you can squeeze in any additional commitments or responsibility. I get that. Just don't look at your situationship as it's an inevitable stepping stone into a real relationship. Don't get stuck in a situation where you're hanging on to hope of something more developing. It probably won't ever happen. And if you can't ever see yourself in a relationship with this person, you have to ask yourself if you're okay with giving this undefined person all of your time and effort. Are you okay with possibly gaining more feelings for someone who can't be with you? If you're not satisfied and feel like your time and effort can be better spent elsewhere, respect and love yourself enough to let the situationship go. Don't let an unclear situation cause you to forget what you deserve. So, you're in this situationship and you feel like you want to take it to the next level, but your partner continues to dodge and avoid this topic like it's the plague. Should you stay? Should you leave? Should you maintain some sort of friendship with him? In the next video, I'll discuss some strategies for deciding what to do if you're stuck in an unsatisfying situationship. So please hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss it. In the meantime, I'd love to hear your experiences with situationships. Has anyone had a great experience? Perhaps one that led to a long-term relationship or marriage? Leave a comment below and let's chat. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please take a moment and hit that thumbs up button, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Don't get stuck in a situation where you're hanging on, and hanging out. Because if you're hanging out and hanging on, you might fall. Just saying. After all, maintaining a status quo won't magically turn your relationship into your situation into a relationship. In the next video, I'll discuss. At this point, they will initiate the talk or decide to move on. And what started out as chances are, if you've dated in modern times, you've been in this place and know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't even know what to call them when confronted with pow. But one party is eventually frustrated more than Number 7, you have sleepovers routinely. Number 7, are you okay with possibly gaining more feelings for someone who may not have Are you okay with possibly gaining more feelings for someone who